Hello, leader. Do your meetings feel like black holes for productivity? Too long, too vague, or just plain awkward? You're not alone, and it costs your business more than you think. Today, we're breaking down the common reasons why meetings go sideways and giving you some simple fixes to turn them into your team's most valuable time together. If you've ever left a meeting thinking, that could have been an email, this episode is for you. Welcome to the Stacking Your Team podcast, smart leadership for women who mean business. If you're a woman who owns an established business with a team of 5 or more, and you're ready to lead with more confidence, clarity, and impact, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Shelli Warren. Each episode delivers practical strategies to help you build a high-performing team and become the leader your business needs next. Let's get started with this reminder. The team that got you here may not be the team that will get you there. Okay, we've all been there, trapped in a meeting and desperately wanting out. Sometimes we're locked in because it's us who's leading the meeting. Oh my gosh, can you relate to that? Many of my clients tell me that they despise meetings because they're in too many. And these meetings take way too long, and they're not very effective. And the biggest concern about their meetings is that they sense that no one else really wants to be there either. They take this attitude towards their meetings kind of personally. They want to get better at hosting meetings, and you likely want to too. Now, let's start with this. It is true, meetings can be an incredible waste of time and energy. And they can be the exact opposite, an incredible boost to productivity and engagement. Recently, I was hosting an all-day leadership team workshop for a local client, and one of the sessions was all about how to become a better leader who's known for your communication skills. I could sense the uncomfortability from most of the people in the room. Some of them got up and grabbed a snack. Others avoided eye contact with me. So I broke the uncomfortableness and reminded them that although we're always being assessed on how we speak, if we pay attention ourselves and make a few adjustments and then stick to it, we will get better. It's all about wanting to show up for our team in a way that they can feel connected to us and, of course, want to listen to us. Forming new habits about how you speak, what you say, how you say it, and definitely how you lead meetings can greatly improve that score that the team is giving you on your leadership skills. So let's make some adjustments to how you run your meetings. Problem number 1. You're hosting a meeting with no agenda. Now, this can be a huge pet peeve for many people. Being asked to attend a meeting, getting there, the meeting begins, and then it's suddenly obvious that the host doesn't have an agenda. Most people cannot run a meeting without one. They may try, but inevitably the team and the host can get off into the weeds very quickly if there's no agenda to keep things on track. Now, here's why this kind of a meeting is so broken. People show up unprepared. The conversation drifts, time gets wasted, everyone is frustrated, your reputation takes a hit, and people will not want to attend your next meeting. So here's the fix. Make it normal that all of your meetings require a simple agenda, shared at least 24 hours in advance, or at least be available to everyone to see in a shared drive. Even a 3-point bullet agenda works. And here's a bonus tip. Assign one person to drive the agenda and keep things moving. This doesn't need to be the host of the meeting. Often, it works out better if it's not the host. And bonus tip number 2, if there's no goal, there's no focus. So put right at the top of the agenda what outcome you want from this meeting, and then say it out loud as you begin the meeting. Okay, here's broken meeting problem number 2. No one takes ownership. Now, you've likely been in a meeting and then been shocked to see action items getting talked about, people getting assigned to deliver something, even dates being thrown around, and yet no one is taking any notes. That is a recipe for disaster for sure. So here's why it's broken. Discussions can just keep going in circles, and no one leaves understanding what action items they own or if there was anything delegated to them at all. And there's no system to ensure that anyone even remembers what was talked about, what was expected, because no one's taking any notes. So here's the fix. End every meeting with clear owners and deadlines for next steps. Assign one person to capture all the key action steps. So, a scribe. And that scribe, that can be rotated, right? You don't need to have the same scribe at every meeting. You can share that role with other people on your team. Now, the scribe would include the name of the person who will be the single point of contact for each action step. And better yet, include dates as to when an answer will be provided and when the action step is supposed to be completed by. And here's a bonus tip. Use a whiteboard or a dashboard of sorts, or simply add columns to your agenda to capture the ownership for each action plan. This will ensure there's one spot for people to revisit the action steps, update the results, and then, of course, quickly find the information to share an update at the next team meeting. And here's bonus tip number 2. I know it feels smart to choose a scribe who has great penmanship, especially if you're using a whiteboard. However, that's not fair. So take it from someone whose penmanship is terrible. When I'm forced to pay attention to how I write, my writing improves. There's just something about wanting to make sure that your notes can be easily read by others that makes you slow down and focus. So stop thinking that everyone on your team will take good notes and capture their action steps in their own planning or scheduling tool. Some people are great at this, most are not. As leaders, it's important to provide systems and tools that help people stay organized and on track. If there's no consistent way of taking notes, decisions, they're going to be forgotten, and you'll find yourself having to have the same conversation again at your next meeting while also being frustrated about losing momentum. Here's broken meeting problem number 3. Too many people in the room. Have you ever walked into a meeting where there was standing room only? I have. The first thought that comes to mind is, God, this is overkill. And the other is, wow, if I added up an hourly rate for every person that's here in this room, even if I ballparked it, this meeting would cost thousands of dollars. Now, here's why this breaks your meeting. The more people you have in the room, the more distractions you're going to have. This also is a risk because people are often reluctant to share their ideas because not everyone is comfortable speaking in front of large groups. It's also hard to sit there and listen to everyone's opinion because most people are simply waiting for a group consensus and then everyone will just nod in agreement. These are all telltale signs that people just want out of this meeting. So here's the fix. Only invite those directly involved, directly able to make a decision. Share a summary afterwards with anyone else who may be affected, who was not invited to the meeting. And here's a bonus tip. For some people, proximity is a driver. They'll ask to be included in meetings simply to be in the know or rub shoulders with others who they want to impress or who they want to be seen by. Others want to be in meetings as a way of being in control, staking out their territory. So pay attention to this. After all, we want to eliminate distractions in meetings by making the conversations effective and easy. Here's broken meeting problem number 4. Meetings are too long. Oy. Back in my corporate days, one of my most favorite meeting styles was one that was known as the stand-up. It was exactly as it sounds like. A small group of people standing in front of a whiteboard talking about priorities, updating results, and making plans for the next action step. Now, because we were all standing, no one got too comfortable, and we often reached our goal of finishing in less than 15 minutes. So when your meetings are too long, here's how it breaks your meeting. The longer the meeting, the more attention and energy of the people who are there drops. Minds, well, they just start to wander. People start to fidget, and people just want to get out of there. So here's the fix. Default to less than a half hour or less than an hour meetings. I'm sure you've heard of Parkinson's law, which states that work will expand to fill the time you give it. So try the stand-up meeting. Or if you know that your meeting is going to be an actual working meeting, meaning, lots of collaboration to get something done, plan in some activities that get people up and moving. All right, how about this one? Broken meeting problem number 7, awkward or low energy kickoff meetings. It's true. I love a great kickoff meeting. I love to add in unexpected things like guests and tours and demonstrations, even movie and TV clips that help to reinforce the message. I also love a good story of here's where we were and here's where we're going. So kickoff meetings are designed to create hype, motivate, and spark momentum. So if your kickoff meeting feels dull and it's just full of graphs and diagrams and spreadsheets, your team is definitely going to check out and wish they were anywhere but in that meeting. So here's how those boring kickoff meetings break the whole intention. People will check out before you even started because you haven't set the stage. A well-planned kickoff meeting, maybe for a new year, a new product, a new project, a new direction, maybe a new service launch, includes a big opening with clarity and some compelling stories with visuals that pique everyone's interest. It also includes confirmation about, what the heck we're doing here anyways. So here's the fix. Make a kickoff meeting feel very different from your regular team meetings. Get your team involved by dividing the agenda up into segments that match people's expertise areas or curiosities. And don't overlook your more introverted team members. They can add a lot to these kickoff meetings with their quiet confidence and assurance, especially as you map out next steps for your team when you're wrapping up your kickoff meeting. So to wrap up, your meetings should be momentum builders, not momentum killers. Start by fixing one thing. Maybe it's the agenda. Maybe your meetings are too long. Or maybe you're not tracking your action items. You could also decide to share the floor with others. You don't have to lead every meeting. That's actually boring for your team. Give segments of the agenda to team members who will bring their own perspective to the conversation. Besides, your team wants to see other leaders in action, not just you. Your team will thank you, your time will multiply, and your whole business is going to feel the lift. Thanks for tuning in to the Stacking Your Team podcast, Smart Leadership for Women Who Mean Business. If today's episode helped you see your leadership in a new way, I'd love to hear about it. Come connect with me on Instagram, where I'm at Stacking Your Team, and tell me, what are you working on in your business right now? And if you're ready to go further than this podcast, check out the Leadership Lab. It's my high-touch coaching experience designed for women leading a growing team, and we're welcoming new members right now. You'll find all the details on the Stacking Your Team website. And if you are tuning into this podcast because you work somewhere and you're wanting to develop your leadership skills, I invite you to start following our sister company, Thousand Islands Leadership Consulting. Check us out on Instagram or LinkedIn for unbiased career guidance designed to help ambitious people have a bigger impact, get promoted, and live a better life. So until next time, let's do less managing and more leading by making space to lead and letting go of the rest.